22, but this week's winners with 29, Suggs' team. Thanks very much to Kirsty and Lindsay, our gallant losers, and thanks to Roger and Kelly, our honourable champions. We'll see you next Saturday for even more Questions of Pop. Until then, thanks for watching. Good night.
And next Saturday, Question of Pop is at the slightly later time of 6:20. Two fans of Boyzone are about to get the biggest shock of their lives. Gabby Roslin has Whatever You Want next here on BBC One. No matter what your musical taste, BBC Online has a gig guide for everyone. Check it out at bbc.co.uk/entertainment.
Uncivilized, unrestrained, unchecked, undomesticated, undisciplined, uncontrolled, unpredictable. Redefining natural history. Groundbreaking wildlife documentaries. Wild begins Monday at 8 on BBC Two. Eurovision Song Contest. Why don't you make a night of it? Don't get left out. Next Saturday at 8 on BBC One and Radio 2.
Back to this Saturday night here on BBC One, and if Gabby gets her way, you can have whatever you want.
A long, long time ago, way back in the 20th century, there were born three people who gazed in wonder at the vastness of space. Time passed until tonight, when one of the three would win the chance to get closer to the stars than they ever thought possible. Whatever you want, here's the woman who can help you get it. Gabby Roslin.
Whatever you want, and whatever it is that you want, you can win it right here. Now, we've got a star-studded show for you tonight, quite literally. One lucky amateur astronomer is going to be getting their hands on the world's most sophisticated stargazing telescope. Meanwhile, back on this planet, two lucky ladies are going to come face to face with this man. But who is it? Well, you're going to have to wait until later to find out. First, a budding writer is going to win the chance of a lifetime when they launch a brand new career with their very own diary column in one of our national newspapers. So, let's find out a little bit about them.
I'm Julia. I'm a school secretary. My greatest success so far has been getting a story about the local lollipop lady into the Croydon Advertiser. But really, I'd love to be a successful columnist.
I love writing because it transports me to my own little world. I'm Suzanne from Stockport. I've written 8 novels, but sadly you won't see any of them in the shops. If I were to write a column, I'd base it on my life, because if something's going to happen, it'll happen to me.
I'm Penelope. I work in publishing, but the closest I've ever come to fame and fortune with my writing was getting an article in the Parish magazine when I was 7. My dream is to have a successful column, which would be turned into a novel and, of course, a blockbuster movie.
I'm Rachel. For me, getting an idea for an article is the most exciting thing in the world. My work has appeared in the Yorkshire Post, and I dream of the day when I can walk into a bookshop and see a queue of people waiting for me to autograph my latest novel.
Please please welcome our 4 undiscovered writers. They are Julia, Suzanne, Penelope and Rachel. Let me tell you exactly what's at stake. Whoever wins tonight is going to get the chance of a lifetime. They'll be writing their very own diary in the independent newspaper. Now, this is a huge prize. Their words are going to be read by the nation. The sky really is the limit. This game could change their lives forever. Now, our game is in 2 parts. First, to decide who's the best writer, we need to hear their words. Now, writers are always chasing deadlines in newspapers, so our 4 have just 30 minutes to come up with 100 words on their worst day of the year. Our studio audience will have the responsibility of choosing the best 2. Ladies, I wish all 4 of you the very best of luck. Off you go. Write your words. Later. But first, what on earth is all this about? Yes. Space, the final frontier, and clearly our audience is already on another planet. Now, in just a few minutes, 1 amateur astronomer will win the chance to unlock the secrets of the universe. Now, before that, we need people who are rough. We need people who are tough. We need... Oh, no! It sounds like we've got us a stampede. What we need is some cowgirls. Luckily, we've got Robin, Katrina and Sophie to help. Oh, girls. Do you know what? You look... Don't the girls look fantastic? Yeah. Don't they look good? Now, Robin... Why do you like riding so much?
I like the feel of being in control of a horse and you can go on rides for ages without seeing a car or road or anything.
So it's all the fresh air and everything as well. What do you think it would be like to be a real cowgirl?
It'd be really fun, but still hard work.
What do you think the hard work would entail?
Getting all the horses to do what you want.
Do you think you'd be good at that?
I try.
Would you? Do you know what? With your smile, I think you could get anybody to do what you want. Let's hear it for Robin! Now, Katrina, your turn. You spend a lot of time at the stables, don't you?
Yep.
What do you do there?
I muck out, feed the horses, groom them and look after them. And I like it so much at the end of the day, you have to pull me away.
Really? Does it get smelly? You don't mind the smell?
No.
Oh, that's all right then. Do you clean your shoes carefully when you get in? Now, is it true you're a bit of a horse whisperer?
Yep.
Tell me about this, I'm intrigued.
Well, I watched the film The Horse Whisperer, and a couple of days afterwards, this horse was rearing up in the stable. So I tried some of the methods that the horse whisperer tried.
So what did you do?
Well, you drop your shoulders and look at the ground and unclench your fists.
Oh, go on. You say, if I'm a horse, go on, you do... Right. OK, so I'll be the horse. So do I have to be angry? Am I an angry horse?
Yeah.
Right. OK. I'm calm now. It works! Katrina's a horse whisperer! Now, why would you like to be a cowgirl?
Because I like the horses and riding the Western style, because it's really comfy.
Now, Western style's different, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, there's different saddles, and it's more relaxed, and you don't have to worry about your position so much.
Oh, I much prefer... So you'd have to do all the... with the trot? You don't have to do the up-down thing? Oh, Sophie, are you any good at that?
Yeah.
How many years have you liked horses for?
I've rode since I was 3.
Really? Did you ever fall off?
I have done before.
Did you hurt yourself?
I don't usually.
Usually? What has happened a few times? Sometimes happens. OK, and have you ever taken part in any sort of cowgirl activities?
Yes, once I went to a Western Youth Weekend and I won Best Turned Out Cowgirl.
Did you? Well, I'm not surprised looking like that. Let's hear it for Sophie. Well, tonight, we've got a prize that would make any young cowgirl's heart jump for joy, girls. Our winner will be moseying off to the wide-open plains of Texas to be a real cowgirl. They'll be working on the Lazy F Ranch, saddling up alongside real ranch hands, rounding up the cattle, learning how to throw a lasso, and, of course, eating beans around the campfire in a fantastic Wild West adventure! Look at you all, smiling away. So, does that sound like a good prize?
Yes.
I think you'd all like to win that, wouldn't you? OK. Well, as you can see, we've got a lot of horses roaming free on the Whatever You Want ranch. Our cowgirls will have 30 seconds to lasso as many as they can, and each horse is worth a different number of points. OK, so, Robin, you're first. But, girls, what I'd like you to do is, could you just pop your hats in front of your eyes so you don't... Perfect. You look like you're asleep now, Sophie and Katina. OK, Robin, over you go and get ready. All right, Robin, good luck. On your marks. Get set. Go! Robin, hat down. Katrina, your turn. Over you go. Good luck. All right, on your marks. Get set. Go, Katrina. Sophie, you've waited long for this, but it's your turn. Over you go. Okay, Sophie. On your marks, get set, go! You did very well. It's tough going first sometimes, isn't it? But you did really well. Katrina and Sophie, guess what? You both scored 11, so it's a draw. So in this situation, we're going to be just like a football match. We are going to have a penalty shootout, OK? Now, you went first, didn't you? So you're going to go first again, all right? And it's the first to miss. We'd like you to go for horse in the middle, the horse in the middle with number 1 on it, all right? If you'd like to both go and stand up there, and you and I will go and sit over here, Robin. Come on. This is where the penalty shootout starts. Katrina, if you would like to take the first shot. Oh, OK, Sophie, if you get this one, you're through. Oh! Katrina, your turn again. Sophie, if you miss this, Katrina's through. Well done, you. Katrina? now?
Yeah.
What does it mean?
I'm going on holiday to Texas.
You and you are going to be a real cowgirl. How do you feel?
Brilliant.
Oh, fantastic. Let's hear it for Katrina. Now it's time for our two engaged couples to do battle once again. The big day is getting closer and closer. There's a huge prize at stake. Their ultimate dream wedding with OK Magazine doing an exclusive Posh and Beck style spread. So far, the teams are neck and neck at 2 games all. This week, the brides and grooms are depending on their best men and bridesmaids to do their duty. Here we are once again in the great outdoors, getting ready, getting closer to that wedding of their dreams. Well, this time I've actually pulled aside the bridesmaid of the red team, the bridesmaid of the blue team, the best man of the red team and the best man of the blue team to have a little chat-et. So, OK, what do you think of your best friend's man when she first brought him home?
First impressions, I thought it looked like Rodney out of Only Fools and Horses.
This is really weird. But now I realise who he's been reminding me of over the past few weeks.
That's right.
OK, so as best man, would you do this? Would you ever go onto a game show and...
You think I'll put him through this?
Now, how about you two? Would you do this? Do you think they're mad?
Totally and utterly, but...
Definitely mad, yeah.
Yeah, that's what we love about them, though. Yeah.
Yeah, they're always up for something like this, and this is just the final big fling, I guess.
Now, what did you think of her when you first met her?
I thought Nikki was great, Les, and I still do, obviously. But there is one abiding memory that I do have of Nikki.
Yeah.
Nikki's was dressed up in her nurse's uniform, cranking over this Morris Minor, getting it started. And, you know, those sort of memories don't leave you very quickly.
You have to point out she dressed up as a nurse because she is a nurse. She didn't just put the nurse's outfit on just So, today's game is all about your responsibilities as best men and bridesmaids, OK? Your job on the day is to look after the couple, both of you separately, obviously, and then afterwards to make sure they get to their destination for their honeymoon. In this game, their honeymoon flight number is securely locked inside 6 suitcases. Each one of those suitcases has a combination lock on it. Now, every single one has a different combination, but of the same 3 numbers, OK? And this combination is 1, 2, 3, and that's what opens it. I'm going to tell you those aren't your 3 numbers, but you then have to go over to the flight details and wind it up and put up their flight number. Do you get that? Yep. Let's go to the suitcases. Let's call in the teams. You can help, but you can't unlock, OK? So we'd like lots of shouting, lots of helping, lots of numbers, but don't touch the locks, all right? Your 3 numbers are 1, 4 and 7. Go.
Right, go 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7, 1, 4, 7.
There are 6 possible combinations of the numbers 1, 4 and 7, and the teams will have to try them all. That's 1 down, and it's completely neck and neck.
1, 4, 7.
Now, it will really help our teams to remember the numbers that they've already tried.
4.
You tell them, Nikki.
1.
1. No, we've done that, we've done that, we've done that.
4.
Yay!
Come on, smoke it! Let's
Only
do it.
3 more to go for the Blues. It just keep getting up. Mel and Jason are getting a bit stressed.
1, 7, 4.
1, 7. No. Oh, God.
And so is Paul Keeley. The Blues are keeping calm, and it's paying off.
I don't know.
Success at last, but there's still another 4 cases to go, and the Blues are down to their last 2.
Start at 1s, we didn't...
1, 4, 7 was the beginning one we didn't do. 1, 4, 7 now. 1, 4, 7.
This is a massive responsibility for the best man and bridesmaid, but Lucy and Lewis are rising to the challenge. Only 1 more case until they find the flight number.
7.
Nikki and Clive are now in the lead for the first time. It's 3-2 to the Blues. So well done, Blues. Now, please take a look at our audience. They're still at it. Yes, as I said earlier, this is about space. Now, since human beings first appeared on Earth, we've been mesmerised by the night sky. The mysteries and heavenly bodies of the universe have occupied the world's greatest minds. And tonight, we've got three passionate stargazers. They are Jeffrey, Morgan and Jeanette. So, let's find out a little bit more about Jeffrey.
My name is Jeffrey Barham, and the thing I like about astronomy is because there are lots of wonderful things up there to look at. I became interested as a teenager, but I started courting, and it went rather on the back boiler until a few years ago I had to take early retirement, and I decided I'll have a hobby when I was retired. I'm particularly interested in the moon, although I look at anything that's up there, I point my telescope towards it.
Jeffrey, thank you. Now, you actually built your own telescope, didn't you?
I built my own telescope. We have a local astronomy association, and one of our activities is we have a astronomy making group. And it's so much more fun to make your own than it is to go out and buy one.
Absolutely. That's exactly what I did, Jeffrey. OK, Morgan, now it's your turn. Let's learn a little bit more about you.
My name's Morgan Robertson. I'm doing an astronomy degree course. I'm in my 3rd year now. This is the observatory that I come to every week as part of my course. I first developed an interest in astronomy when I was little, and my dad used to take us outside with this little telescope, and we could look at the moon through it, which always amazed me. It's very useful having a dad with an astronomy degree.
All about it, and why is it so fascinating?
It's like looking back in time, all the stars and everything, and seeing the planets and their actual other planets with mountains and everything.
Just go on forever, don't they? Your ultimate prize, the ultimate place you'd like to go and see the stars, where would that be?
Well, Hawaii is the best place on Earth to look at the stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and that's basically why I'm doing my degree. If I could do something like that on a full-time basis, that would make me happy.
OK, all right, Morgan, thank you very much. Jeanette, hello. Your turn now. Let's have a look at you.
I decided I wanted a telescope. Within 2 days, we The benefits of being a grandma is that I'm not a mum anymore, and now I've got time for me. It's just fantastic that I can do what I want now at my age.
Now, your husband's very encouraging, isn't he?
Yes, he's now in 3/4 away building a very large telescope and a 12-foot circular observatory in the back garden for me.
In the back garden?
Yes.
Oh, what a nice husband you've got.
Yes, I have, haven't I?
Absolutely.
It's fantastic.
And also, now, I want to know from you, what's the ultimate for you about space?
The ultimate in space is to be able to be the first one, because I observe planets mostly. So I'd be the first one to find an asteroid or something new that happened and go down in history.
We're not going to be able to do that for you tonight, but we have got a wonderful prize in store. We have a cosmic prize, I can tell you. Our winner will be flying off to Hawaii, to the UK's infrared telescope, where they'll be assisting in a vital research project with some of Britain's most renowned astronomers. And then, on top of that, there'll be a VIP guest at one of the world's largest international telescopes, the gigantic Gemini North, which has never been open to the public. But our winner will be going on a unique, exclusive private tour, staying in the research centre and seeing the stars more closely than they ever imagined. You didn't actually know what the prize was, so Morgan, when you said Hawaii, boy, was I bubbling inside. How happy are you?
I know. I want to go.
You want to go? All right, you're going to have to play the game, OK? Because sadly, only one of them can go on this stargazer's dream trip. In front of them is a map of the night sky. Star by star, a constellation is going to appear. As soon as they know what it is, they have to buzz in. If they've got it right, they get a point, and whoever gets the most points will be heading off for the stars themselves. OK, I wish all three of you the very best of luck. Please, could we have constellation number 1? Jeffrey.
It's the little bear.
It is also known as?
Ursa Minor.
Absolutely, let's have a look at it. The little bear, Ursa Minor. Jeffrey, you get a point. Well done. So, can we have the next constellation, please? And Morgan.
Orion.
You're right, Orion the Hunter. Well done. Let's have the next constellation, please. And that's Jeffrey again.
Southern Cross.
Also known as?
Crux Australis.
It absolutely is. You've got another point, Jeffrey. And now, the next constellation.
Pegasus.
Jeanette.
Pegasus.
I'm afraid you're not right there. I'm going to throw it to you two. Morgan or Jeffrey, do you know what that constellation is? Take a guess if you're not sure. Jeffrey.
Is it Capricornus?
No, it's not, I'm afraid.
No.
I can tell you that's Virgo, the maiden.
Is it?
OK, let's see the next constellation. And Morgan.
Cassiopeia.
That is. Let's see it complete. You are right. Well done. So at the end of that, well done, all three of you. You know, Jeanette, you went for it.
I went for
it. You did go for it. But we have a draw between the two of you, Jeffrey and Morgan. OK, so that means it comes to a tie break. OK? First one to buzz in with the right answer. What is the closest star to the sun? Jeffrey.
Proxima Centauri.
Jeffrey, you're going to Hawaii. Come and join me over here. Well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Jeffrey. We didn't tell you where you were going.
No.
So how do you feel right now?
Yeah.
You're meant to be really excited about this prize.
Yeah.
That's better. Are you pleased about it?
Oh, yes, of course I am, yeah. I wouldn't have come if I hadn't been.
Oh, wonderful. Well, I hope you have a wonderful time there,
I'm
Jeffrey.
sure I will do.
Many congratulations to you. Let's hear it for Jeffrey. What a fantastic prize. Now, in just a few minutes, two people are going to meet this person. But who is it?
Do you recognize me now?
But now it's deadline time for our four writers, all hoping to win that prize of their very own newspaper column. We asked them all to write a diary piece about their worst day of the year. Now we're going to hear each of them, and it's up to our studio audience to vote on which two are the best. So, audience, you have a huge responsibility here. OK, Julia, please, your diary first.
If you are ever asked to judge a dog show, just turn tail and run. Last month, I found out what it feels like to be growled at by mouths foaming with frustration and be looked at viciously with demonic eyes. The dogs didn't like me either. I now live in fear of being ambushed by vengeful cocker spaniels or being stalked by a mongrel with an inferiority complex. Who's to say which dog has the waggiest tail or the most appealing eyes? Whichever dog I chose, I was doomed. So don't be too hard on the poor judge if you go to a dog show. Remember, they're just helpless creatures with feelings, just like you.
On Millennium Eve, found the babies with chickenpox had given me the shingles. I managed to see the doctor who prescribed a miracle cure, but I will have to tell my friends I'm infectious and not in a good way. Millennium Party may have to be cancelled. What will I do with 3 pounds of coleslaw? After trawling the district, I found an open chemist and got a prescription. Friends all decide to risk infection, so the party is back on. But I find I can't take miracle cure mixed with alcohol. So saw the dawn of a new millennium, itchy, exhausted and sober, whilst all about me were not. Good party, though.
It's my last day in Mexico. It's been the holiday of a lifetime. Beaches, ruins, even the odd margarita. And now, jippy tummy. All holiday, I've been hankering after a big hand-woven Mexican rug. But I'm in bed, groaning, or in the bathroom, doing worse. However, nothing, not even Senor Montezuma and his revenge, gets between me and my shopping. So I lurch to the craft market where I sit, head between my knees. Alka-Seltzer, suggests a woman displaying a gorgeous rug. Tequila, advises her husband. I say, but I buy the rug. Feeling very pleased, if a bit iffy, I fall into a taxi, where I'm sick all over my rug.
Daughter Lydia gone to Barbie soiree with mates. Asked son's new friend over in hope they will play whilst I rediscover joys of housework. Within minutes of Henry's arrival, garden fence destroyed and neighbours' Doberman terrorised. Hideous Henry now teaching Oliver to throw windfall apples at windows. Attempt ticking off, but am ignored as boys continue assault whilst improving their aim. Spend rest of day and lots of money at funfair distracting 7-year-olds from life of crime. Fear it is already too late. Husband arrives home saying, "Hard day, sweetheart, watching all that daytime TV?" Scream uncontrollably. Lydia exchanges glances with husband and says, "Ooh, stressy."
Well done, ladies. So now it's up to our studio audience. They've heard the evidence. They're about to vote for the diary that they liked the best. And the top 2 writers will go through to our head-to-head at the end of the show. So, studio audience. Now, if you think that the first diary, and that was Julia's, was the best, then you press button number 1. Maybe it was Suzanne in her leopard skin. Button number 2. Penelope and her story of Mexico, number 3. And Rachel and the Barbie party, number 4. Please vote now. Okay, thank you everybody for voting. It's a clear result. There are 2 winners who are going to go through to our head-to-head. I wish you could all get through because I think you did incredibly well in a very short space of time. But the 2 people are Julia and Rachel. Well done, ladies. Sorry, Suzanne. So you're halfway there. So Julia and Rachel are coming back for our head-to-head at the end of the show, and I'm not going to tell them what they're going to be doing, but Richard, if you could bring these in for me, please. Thank you very much. If you would both like to take the dictionaries away with you, and my tip is to read as many pages as you can. Ladies, the very best of luck. Let's hear it for Julia and Rachel. Okay, it's truth time now. We're about to reveal who our mystery guest is. But before I do, whose school report says this? She's a bright, lively and sociable girl. Her computer work has progressed well, although she could usefully spend more time on study and less time in the chat rooms. Signed, Mr. Oxenham. I wonder if that could be you, Nicole. And whose report says this? She has maintained a positive approach to her French throughout the year, although one essay assignment still shows little sign of materialising. And this is signed by a Mr. Adjuros. Mr. Adjuros. Could that be, you, Laura? So, Laura and Nicole, come here, hold my hand, either side, we're going down there. Come on, girls, come on. I'm sorry. She lies. I'm not sorry at all. I'm delighted that you're both here, and you have no idea, do you, what's about to happen? OK, there is a boy band that you love, isn't there? Yes. And there's a particular member of this particular boy band. Yes. Who is that person?
Yo vivo aquí en el desierto de Argelia, pero no es mi país